Morning. I'm audible to you guys. Anyone singing song or watching something? Okay, so today we will just continue with the function. So in last class, I just gave you introduction of the function. There can be two types of function, standard library function and your user-defined function. Library functions are like your printf, scanf, any mathematical functions like square root and all. So to use standard library function, you need to use some particular header files. Like to use printf scanf, we use standard stdio.h header file. For string functions, we have to include string.h header file and so on. And user-defined functions are your functions. Whatever function you want to design to do a particular task. So user-defined is basically completely dependent on you. Whatever name you want to give to your function, it's up to you. So there were four types of functions. One was, what are those four types? Four types of functions we discussed yesterday. Function with arguments and with return type. Then functions with argument and without return type. Functions without argument and without return type, and function without argument and with return type. So we saw all those four types of functions in last class. So today, another very important topic for function is that two things: call by value and call by reference. So these are nothing but your two ways to pass the data into the function. Okay. So what happens in case of call by reference, the original values are modified. But in case of call by value, we do not change the original value. Okay, let's just see one by one. Let's see call by value. So here, the value of actual parameter is copied to the formal parameter. Okay, now can you guys tell me which one is the formal parameter and which one is the actual parameter? Any guesses? What is actual parameter and what is formal parameter? Any guess? Okay, remember for function we have three main things. One is function definition, one is function calling, one is function declaration. So tell me which one is the actual parameter and which one is the formal parameter. Your formal parameter means parameters that appear function declaration. And your actual parameter means parameters that appear in function calls. Okay, formal parameter means parameters which you use during when you declare the function, and actual parameters means the parameters that you use while calling the function. Okay, so in call by value you basically uh, copy the actual parameter to the formal parameter. It can be both declaration and definition. Okay, whatever function you declare, you are going to use same for the definition, right? So formal parameter will be parameters that you use in function declaration and definition, and actual means whatever value you pass during the function call. Okay, so in call by value we cannot modify the value of the actual parameter by the formal parameter. So here another thing you can just say that the value of the variable is used in the function call in the call by value method. And we cannot modify the value of the actual parameter. By the So here different memory is allocated for both actual and formal parameters. So here actual parameter is the argument which is used in the function call, whereas formal parameter is the argument which is used in the function definition. Okay, so let's just see the example. It will be more clear to you guys. So for example, suppose I just want to change the integer variable. Okay. Let's just see swapping of numbers. Okay, so I'm just void swap int and int. Okay, this is your function declaration, and declaration is also known as prototyping. Okay, prototype of the function. Same thing, function declaration or prototyping. Okay, just remember the name. Function prototyping means your function declaration. Okay, then just write the main function. Suppose here I'm taking two variables directly in 5 and in int A, in B equal to 2. Printf before swapping equal to %d and b equal to %d a and b. Okay, so here I'm just going to print the value of original A and B. Then here I am calling the function swap A and B. Okay. Next, I'll just maybe write printf after swapping A equal to %d, B equal to %d A and B. So after swapping, this value will be here. So here is your function declaration. This is your function call. And now I want to define the function. So what exactly going here is for swap in A in B. So return table. This is common state. So here I'm going to do the actual work to swap the values. So basic way of swapping two numbers is what? We always use a temporary variable. Okay. So just take a temporary variable. You keep your value of A in your temp value. Then you copy the value of B into A. Then again copy the value of temp into B. Okay, so what you are doing first, whatever value A has, you are just saving it into the temp value. Okay, then A is free now. So now you are copying the value of B into A. You are just storing the value of B into A. Okay, then you again reassign whatever value was inside temp into B. Okay, so here you can just write swap. Okay, and click. Display thing is just up to you. So here what is happening? Before swapping the value was 5 and 2. So after swapping A will be 2 and B will be 5. So here see A and B, this is what parameter? Swap A and B. These are actual or formal?
Actual.
Okay, these are actual. So here you see you used A and B. So whatever variable you use during your function call, same variables you have used in the definition too. Okay, this is call by value. Okay, the same thing you can write in many different ways. Let's see another example. another way can be like maybe you are defining the function before writing the in without the declaration part. Okay, void change and num. You are just adding some value to the actual number. Okay, whatever variable you used here, just putting it like this. Now number equal to num plus 100. After adding value num equal to person d and num. Okay, done. Then your int main will come. So suppose you have taken a variable x equal to 100. Then it's up to you whether you want to write it or better maybe you can write before function call. X value is person d and x. Now you are going to call change x. Here I am simply passing the value in the function. Here I declare actual one, so I just keep it here. Okay, so in both ways you can just passing the value. So actual parameter is the argument which is used in the function call, and the formal parameter is the, we just keep a copy there. So value of your actual parameter is copied to the formal parameter. So whatever value you use during your function call is the call by value. Let's write the program. Okay, so next is the call by reference. So what happens here? The address of the variable is passed into the function called as the actual parameter. Okay, so main difference is in call by value, whatever variable you decide inside the main function or in definition part, you can use either of the values. Okay, in case of call by reference, instead of the value, the address of the variable is passed into the function call as the actual parameter. Okay, so value of the actual parameter can be modified by changing the formal parameter. Can be modified by changing formal parameters. Since only the address of the actual parameter is passed. So here memory allocation will remain same for both. For both formal and actual parameters. So let's see the example. Actually, call by reference thing you will understand when we will actually go to the next phase also, because in call by reference, since address has been passed to the passed as a parameter, so you have to know about the pointers. Okay, there's another thing called pointer. Pointer basically points to the address of a particular variable. So for the time being, just see the program. I'll just use the same swapping example, okay? So void swap in, this is the pointer symbol. The star symbol is the pointer symbol, okay? Next, in main, int a equal to same 5, int b equal to 2. So WinTap, whatever you want to write, blah, 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 before swapping, after swapping, whatever you want to write, okay? So main thing is here, how you call the function. Here you will give the address of your variable, not the value. Remember, in call by value, we simply write swap A and B. That means we are directly passing the variable names. But here we are giving the address of the variable. That's the only difference you should remember. Call by value means directly passing the variable, and here you are just giving address of the variable. Ampersand means you are giving address. Okay, then whatever thing again you want to write after swapping value. Okay, then rest will be a bit same. So void swap, since you pass the address that and initially you took the pointer, so it will be int pointer a, int int pointer b, same temp, then you just keep the temporal pointer here equal to, rest is same, just that you are using pointer. Pointer points to the address of the variable. Okay, that's it. So just remember, when you call in call by value, simply giving the variable names, and in call by reference, you are giving the reference. That means address of the variables. So in both cases, memory location is just same. In call by value, in definition, you might use different variable name, or you can also keep same variable name. Whatever it is, just that when you call the function, you are directly giving the variable name. And here you are giving the address of the variable. Okay, so that is function call by value and call by reference. In the previous program also, instead of int, you can also write anything. You can also write int x, int y. Then here also, you can keep it x and y. Okay, it's fine. Okay, but inside the call, inside when you call it, inside the main function, you use the variable a and b. Therefore, when you call the function a and by using only a and b, you are calling it. Okay, so that's why it keeps separate memory location for both formal and actual parameter. In actual parameter, you just use a and b, and here you use x and y. It's fine even if you want to define it with a and b. Okay, same variable you can use. Anyway, whatever variable you used here, it will be only valid inside the int function only. Just that the main difference of call by value is you are directly passing the variable name, and in case of reference, you are giving the address of the variable. Okay, got the difference? Got the difference? Call by value and call by reference? Yes, no, any response? Okay. Anisha Jiasa said yes. Shreya, Sukanya, Anisha, Jiasa, all girls said yes. Girls are always more attentive to class than boys. Okay, so more program you will do here using functions, it will be more clear. Okay, later I'll give you guys assignment for lab session actually. Okay, this meeting is going to end soon. Before it goes off, I'll just take attendance first. Good. Today at least 29 students are there. Okay, in lab class, we will see the program for any chance to have write our lab assignments in lab copy. Yeah, before lockdown, it was that lab copy was important, but at this situation, not sure when it is going to open. But if you have already made a lab copy, then it's good. You can write your no, yeah, in assignments don't use lab copy. For assignment, just write in plain paper and give the PDF version. In lab copies, you can write all the programs you have done. Okay, all the experiments. Lab copy is not for assignment. Even if it is a lab assignment, still just don't write in the lab copy. Just normally write, use your, don't even use the paper like actual copy and paste, then it will be difficult for you to again take copies and all. Okay. So just use plain Word file.
মেম লেপ কপি বনাব লাগিব নেকি? তাৰমানে
Lab
আপুনি
copy
যিখিনি দিছে চব মানে নৰ্মেল কপিতে লিখি থৈছে।
হ'ব, নৰ্মেল কপিতে লিখি থোৱা বাৰু। লেব কপি আগতে লেব ক্লাছ হওঁতেতো কৈছিলোঁ চবকে বনাব, কিন্তু এতিয়াতো লকডাউনে হৈ গ'ল আৰু চান্স কম
মেম
আছে যে খুলিব।
মেম
এছাইনমেণ্ট
এছাইনমেণ্টখিনি এফৰ চাইজ পেপাৰত লিখিলেও কথা নাই ন? সেইটোতে আৰু।
এতিয়া A4 চাইজতো ইমান পেপাৰ ৱেষ্ট কৰিব নালাগে। নৰ্মেলি এনেই ৱৰ্ড ফাইলত কৰিবা, PDF
মেম
বনাবা, দি দিবা।
অ'কে।
হ'ব।
মেম লেব কপিটো কিহৰ কাৰণে মেম?
লেব কপি আগতে আছিলে, অফলাইন থাকিলেতো সেইবোৰ চেক কৰিলোঁ হয় ন লেব কপি।
মেম।
মেম এতিয়া কি হ'ব লেব কপি জেগাত কি হ'ব?
লেব কপিৰ ঠাইত কি হ'ব? সেই তোমালোকক যে খুজি থাকো যে স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট দিবা, প্ৰগ্ৰাম কৰিছা, অমুক কৰিছা, সেয়াই আৰু। বেলেগকে লেব কপি নিজে মেইনটেইন
সেইবিলাক
কৰিবা
দিলে
ফৰ
হ'ব।
ইয়ৰ ৰেফাৰেঞ্চ।
অকল স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট আৰু PDF বনাই দিলে হৈ যাব ন মেম?
মানে মেম
অ',
আগতে যেনেকে দিছিলো তেনেকে দি দিলে হ'ল ন মেম আগতে যেনেকে স্ক্ৰীনশ্বট দিছিলো
তেনেকৈ দিবা নিজৰ নামত মই এতিয়ালৈ দিয়া নাই
অ।
এছাইনমেণ্ট অ'কে এতিয়ালৈ এছাইনমেণ্ট দিয়া নাই মই দিলে কৈ দিম ইনষ্ট্ৰাকশ্যনটো দি দিম বাট ফৰ ইয়ৰ অ'ন গুড জাষ্ট মেইনটেইন আ কপি ফৰ ইয়ৰ চেল্ফ ফৰ অল দ্য প্ৰগ্ৰামছ অ'কে
মেম সেকেন্ড সেমিস্টার ফাইনাল এক্সামত আমাৰ প্ৰেক্টিকেল হ'ব নেকি টিপিএছ
হ'ব চব এক্সাম হ'ব প্ৰেক্টিকেলো অনলাইনে হ'ব
কেনেকে হ'ব
মেম প্ৰেক্টিকেল এক্সাম অনলাইন কেনেকে হ'বনো
প্ৰেক্টিকেল অনলাইন কেনেকুৱা হ'ব চাপ'জ তোমালোকৰ গুগল এইটো আছে ন দেৰ ইজ এ গুগল ক্লাছৰুম ফৰ ইউ গাইজ চ' আই উইল এছাইন চাম প্ৰগ্ৰামছ ফৰ ইচ অফ ইউ অ'কে প্ৰতিজনৰ কাৰণে তিনিটাকে প্ৰগ্ৰাম থাকিব এণ্ড ইউ হেভ টু ডু এনি টু ইউ হেভ টু এক্সিকিউট দ্য প্ৰগ্ৰাম আৰু কৰা হোৱাৰ পাছত ইউ হেভ টু গিভ দ্য আপলোড